scenes and language which may be inappropriate for all family members. Viewer discretion is suggested.
Hello. It's just after 7 o'clock on a cold February evening, and I'm standing outside the Senator Theatre in Baltimore for the world premiere of John Waters' latest film, Hairspray. As you can see, there's all of the razzmatazz and hoopla usually reserved only for Hollywood. Everyone who is anyone in Baltimore is here tonight, including the stars of the film, the mayor, and even a bevy of local beauties from the 60s whom the film pays affectionate tribute to. It seems that John Waters, the bad boy of Baltimore, has finally made good. Well, goodish.
This is tremendous. It's a great day for Baltimore. I thank John Waters for bringing it about.
Hey, girl, what you doing over there? Can't you see?
For the last 20 years, John Waters has been shooting movies in Baltimore. Movies that weren't always as acceptable as this, his latest success, Hairspray. With his star actor, Divine, he has been responsible for some of the most shocking, offensive, and hilarious movies ever to come out of America. John is now Baltimore's official golden boy, but it wasn't always that way. Over the years, people have had many different ways of describing him.
The anal anarchist, the Ayatollah of crud was a new one. I've been called all of them. You know, it's nice to have titles.
Any personal favorite?
Oh, yeah, William Burroughs called me the Pope of Trash, and to me, if I'm the Pope, then he's the god of trash.
Hairspray is quite a departure from his early movies. It follows the adventures of a local Baltimorean teenager who is desperate to get on the Corny Collins TV dance show, contrary to the wishes of her mum, played by Divine.
You should be on that council, not her.
I know I should, Penny. Hey, I'm going to that hop tonight.
Oh, let me come. Will I and say we're going to the library to study.
It's a deal. We'll meet 8 o'clock up on the avenue.
Okay, young ladies, I've had just about enough of this screeching music.
Mother, we're watching the Corny Collins show.
Penny, your mother called all frantic. She said you were punished.
I'm always punished.
And Tracy, I have told you about that hair, all ratted up like a teenage Jezebel.
Oh, Mother, you're so 50s.
Tracy's flamboyant flip is all the rage, Miss Edna. Jackie Kennedy, our first lady, even rats her hair.
But Tracy ain't no first lady. Are you, Tracy? No, sirree. She's a hair hopper. That's what she is. Now, I've got nothing but hampers of ironing to do, and my diet pill is wearing off. Tracy, I want you to go to your room and study. And Penny, don't you be listening to every bit of nonsense that my daughter tells you. If I didn't know better, I'd swear she was mental.
This time it's quite odd to see you in the role of a caring mother for a change.
That's what I mean. It was a different role for me to play. Both of them were, so it made it interesting and a lot of fun.
Do you think the fans of the earlier John Waters movies and your earlier movies might be a bit disappointed in seeing you in a PG-rated film?
Well, we didn't set out for it to be a PG. We were quite shocked that it actually is a PG, and I think that's the most shocking thing about the film, that it is a PG. But no, I think it's very entertaining and very funny, and I don't think anyone's disappointed. It makes you laugh.
I thought it was wonderful. I think it's one of the best films Glenn has made, John Waters has produced.
Tragically, Divine died 2 weeks after the premiere. If Hairspray is the only John Waters film you've ever seen, you might be surprised to see what he and Divine were up to more than 20 years ago when they first started making films together.
Tell us about your first filmmaking ventures and how you got into films.
Well, I knew nothing about making movies. You know, I just wanted to make them. The first one I made was 8mm. What came out of the camera was the movie. I didn't know you edited. I didn't know what edited meant. And I showed it in some beatnik coffee house. It's a terrible movie called Hag in a Black Leather Jacket.
Which we're not going to see, are we?
No, it's really hard to show because I need an 8mm projector. I mean, it wasn't even Super 8. They didn't have Super 8 then either. It's black and white. There's no print. It's the original. The splice is right in it. It was shown once, I think.
So what were you trying to do? Who inspired it?
Underground movies then, you know, and that was when Underground, this was about 64 I made it. And underground films had just come out in New York, and I used to always go to New York and see them and read about them. Film Culture magazine was my Bible then. That was the magazine for underground films. And the Village Voice had Jonas Mekas' column, which covered that scene. And I saw the early Kenneth Anger movies, the early Warhol movies, and but mostly Mike and George Kuchar were the biggest influence on me. They made movies like Hold Me While I'm Naked, Pussy on a Hot Tin Roof, Sins of the Fleshopods. And so I just wanted to make my version of that, and I just made it with my friends.
Are you divine?
Yes, I am divine.
And how long have you been divine?
All of my life, day in and day out.
It's doubtful that Walter's films would have been quite as outrageous without Divine, but it's certain that Divine wouldn't have been anywhere near as divine without John Waters.
I wanted him to be like a Jane Mansfield, like a sort of 50s sex symbol, only a large one.
So when did you recognize Divine's star potential?
I recognized Divine's star potential when he was at high school, and he looked very normal. He was quiet, he was shy, and the police had to bring him home from school every day because the kids wanted to beat him up, and for nothing. He had a girlfriend. He dressed not flamboyantly, but every once in a while he'd relax and that divinity would show through, and it made people nervous. And I was his first fan, maybe.
With money borrowed from his father, Waters soon progressed from 8mm to 16, gathering a group of like-minded and equally outrageous friends who formed the repertory company he still draws on today.
We grew up together, and we started hanging around together when we were teenagers, and, well, we were juvenile delinquents, really. I quit school so I could be a delinquent full-time.
It was mostly, I think, suburban rejects. People that really were not happy with the suburban life, and then you met people from other suburbs, which we all were from. None of us lived in the city. Nice people didn't live in the city at that point.
Oh, we thought we were fabulous. We thought we were, I thought I was the greatest superstar that ever walked the face of the earth. I think if I'd, with that attitude, set foot in New York, I would have been eaten alive by anybody who was really a superstar, any of the real Warhol people. But for Baltimore, we were pretty extreme.
Of town is currently undergoing gentrification. The yuppies are moving in. But in the 60s, it was a much rougher area, known for cheap housing and cheap bars. It was the seedier part of Baltimore, and Waters was attracted not only by the lowlife, but also by the fact that he could shoot his films here without being disturbed.
Waters set up his own film company, the glamorous-sounding Dreamland Studios, which he ran from his bedroom. Its first full feature was Mondo Trasher.
For a late 60s movie, it's remarkably un-hippie-like.
Well, I never was a very good hippie. I mean, I had long hair, but we always hated that love crap, you know. I mean, we really had that punk attitude way before there was such a thing.
I embarrassed my entire family with Mondo Trasho. In Mondo Trasho, I danced topless. I was allowed one tap dancing lesson to do this routine. So I learned one step, which I did over and over and over again. So I was naked on this table wearing a tutu and a set of rosary beads around my neck with my hair in a sort of a modified afro. And then I was pulled down off the table and sexually molested with a paper bag over my head. It was a very glamorous part.
In one of the trash there's some of the themes that you pick up in later films, like the beginning of your foot fetish.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have a foot fetish in real life. I mean, I'm afraid people think that I sit around, you know, chowing down on a wingtip.
Well, I saw some shoes on the shelf in there.
Well, I have a lot of shoes, but that's different from a shoe fetish. You know, I don't sit around getting a hard-on looking at people's shoes. That's a shoe fetish. I've had letters from people like that after seeing the movie.
I feed hamburger meat to the ants and roaches, and a shrimper just happens to wander by, and we have a love scene. A shrimper is a foot fetish.
I put that scene in because I had heard the word shrimping, which I think is a funny word. It's an American slang. Maybe it's English. I don't know.
Well, I don't think we use that.
It's sucking feet. It's shrimping. I remember my mother saw the film. She said, "How could you think of that? There's no such thing as that. There's no such thing." So I put it in because it's a ridiculous sex act. And visually, the sex in all my films is as ridiculous as everything else.
Multiple Maniacs has been described as John Waters' first sickie. The plot goes something like this. Lady Divine and her boyfriend, Mr. David, run a travelling freak show called the Cavalcade of Perversions. They lure young housewives, businessmen and suburban swingers into their tent to gawk at their favourite horrors. In this case, pornographers, junkies and homosexuals. They then rob and sometimes even murder them. Justice prevails, however, when Divine, after having been raped by a 15-foot lobster, is gunned down by the National Guard. And you thought they didn't make him like that anymore?
Well, John always wrote, directed, produced, edited, did every single solitary thing there was to do. And then he met Vincent, and he could say to Vincent, I want it to look this way.
He needed a giant lobster. And I was an artist, so he asked me to do it, and it's the first prop I ever did for any film. And we built it in our house and painted it bright red and had a little champagne toast when we pulled the cover off of it and looked like this shiny kind of car, weird car or something. My brother, Ed and I were inside it, working the little arms and movements and stuff.
So it's a two-man lobster?
It was a two-man lobster. Yeah, it was about 15 feet long.
I'm divine. I am divine.
Way back, even in those films, you're shocking people. They're quite shocking movies. Why did you want to shock?
I don't know that. You know, I learned the term shock value in grade school. They taught us that you could use it in writing to get people's attention. So I guess I just paid it. The one day I paid attention at school was the day they told us that. I don't know, because to be shocked makes me laugh still. So I was trying to shock people. See, I was always trying to find what the liberals held dear to their heart and make fun of it, which in Multiple Maniacs was the top of the Woodstock happened that year, but so did Manson. So I wanted to make a film that offended the glorified violence, which was the one no-no with hippies. So because that's what came to my movies, liberals. So that's the ones you had to get their goat.
The Incredibly Strange Film Show will return on the Discovery Channel. To survive in the wild, you don't follow the rules, you make them. Join host Anthony Hopkins for the U.S. television premiere of Killing for a Living, premiering Tuesday at 10 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
Maybe you never thought of an airbag being custom-made for a minivan. But that's how we build the Mazda MPV, because we just thought making safety customary might appeal to you.
Sir, there's no question that...
Sales definitely look good next quarter.
Splendid. Call line 3, Miss Gray.
Hello? Jason.
Taking care of business. America's future belongs to America's students, and giving your child a good education is job number one. So at Office Depot, we make it our job to give you the best selection of school supplies at the best prices. Office Depot, from the classroom to the boardroom.
Coming over the hill, Sarge.
Hit the lights, boys!
Bigfoot!
2 square feet of pizza and a tasty new crust, all for $10.99. Bigfoot Pizza, the biggest pizza you can get delivered.
The Brita water filtering pitcher. To operate, turn on the tap. The tap water flows through Brita's replaceable filter. Copper and lead are dramatically reduced. Chlorine taste and odor virtually eliminated. But even if you don't remember how Brita works, you'll never forget how Brita tastes.
Available at Williams-Sonoma and Macy's.
Yep, it's a dull, boring morning. 65 degrees, no wind, no clouds, dull.
Raised in the California sunshine.
What did he have for breakfast?
Once, the elements united, and a world was born. Witness a baffling evolution, the making of a continent. Wednesday at 8 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
Smells terrific. Is that beef stew you're cooking?
Yes. And I'm also studying a course in computer programming.
You're probably thinking you don't have the time to train for a better career, even if it means more money. But you do with ICS. Just call this 800 number for free information on training at home with ICS. Choose from high school, TV, VCR repair, computer programming, electrician, animal care specialist, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, legal assistant, interior decorating, drafting, hotel restaurant management, learning the personal computer, electronics, or get your degree in business management or accounting.
If I had to rush off to night school, I'd miss reading to Jimmy. It's one of the few moments that we have to spend together.
Everything you need will be delivered to your door, so you can get a degree or diploma in your spare time.
Call now for free information from ICS. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career to make more money. Call 1-800-421-8600. There's absolutely no obligation. For free career information, call 1-800-421-8600.
We now return to the incredibly strange film show on the Discovery Channel.
My name is Edith Massey. Some of yous might know me. I play in John Waters' films.
The remarkable Edith Massey is one of Walter's most famous finds. She was discovered working here in a bar at Fells Point, the oldest part of Baltimore.
Pete? Yeah? Got this job at Pete's Hotel Bar. Then one night, this tall, skinny fellow with the pencil mustache came in, and he said, "Would you like to be in the movies?" I thought he was kidding. Who, me?
When I first saw her, I couldn't believe my eyes. I just thought she was, so incredible looking and so much just personality. I mean, she had, in a year, she had the bar just fully crowded with all young people that were, she ran the bar. It was because she was there that it made it a popular bar. It certainly wasn't the atmosphere.
What did you like about her? What attracted you?
Well, her voice, that chatty Cathy doll gone berserk, and she was just such a wonderful, nice lady. And I always cast not for norm, I didn't want somebody that looked normal. And she was unhinged in a great way, I thought. She made me laugh all the time. So she made me laugh in real life. So in those days, anybody that could make me laugh in real life, I put them in the film hoping they could make an audience laugh.
If ever there was any doubt that Walters was the king of cinema sleaze, then Pink Flamingos certainly settled it. Much of it was shot here at Walter's old home in 1972, and it was billed as an exercise in poor taste, which is actually something of an understatement.
I'm big on understatement.
It follows the adventures of two groups of outcasts, both vying for the title of the filthiest people alive. Variety reviewed it as surely one of the most vile, stupid and repulsive films ever made. And it was glowing reviews like that that enabled Walters and the movie to reach a much bigger audience than ever before.
This beautiful mobile home you see before you is the current hideout of the notorious Beauty Divine, the filthiest person alive. Because of this cover story in one of your sleazier national tabloids, she has been forced to go underground, disguising her appearance and adapting the alias of Babs Johnson.
When did you come up with the plot for that? Why did you choose like a trailer home for Divine?
Well, because I drove to California before with multiple Maniacs, and I used to see trailers and imagine the hell of living in one, because God must hate trailers. He always sends tornadoes to them first, if you notice. Whenever there's a tornado, they hit trailer parks.
Let's take a peek inside.
It's 10:30. Babs, why isn't the Eggman here? I'm starving to death for some eggs. Please, Babs, come in and give me some eggs.
I'm coming, Mama, I'm coming. You can hold on.
Cotton. Babs won't give me my eggs.
Did you choose Edith's outfit for that movie?
The girdle and bra, yeah. We went shopping for it together. And that was my baby doll influence, you know, only, you know, the baby doll had Carol Baker in a crib. Well, I had Edie in a playpen. And we went shopping for that outfit, I remember, at Lane Bryant's, which is a store for fat people. And Edie was just normal, and she went and tried it on. She said, oh, you gotta help me try it on, to the sales lady, who paled, you know. And then she just came out to show it to me, and the woman went, oh my God, get back in there. Because she, you know, I had to see it if it was the right thing for the movie. But the shoppers seemed to be very nervous by that.
Why did you have her as the egg lady? What was that?
I don't know where that came from. I mean, when I was a kid, we had an egg man that came and delivered eggs, but I don't remember ever being that impressed by it. Who knows where these things come from? I don't even.
Oh, the Eggman!
Oh, Edie, how's my little princess today?
Oh, Mr. Eggman! Oh!
Mr. Eggman, we're having a party for Babs on Thursday, and we'd like you to come as Edie's date.
Well, I would be honored to attend, and especially with such a beautiful date. And now, Edie, what will it be today? I have grade A extra large. I have grade A large. I have medium. I have small. I have brown. And I have white. Why, look, just look at these. So fresh you could hardly believe it. Why, they're just begging to be scrambled or fried or poached or hard-boiled. All around ready to be thrown into a big, fat, juicy omelet. How about it, Edie? What would it be for the lady that the eggs like the most?
I want them all.
Basically, what all my films are about is people that are happy with their lunacy on one side and people that are bitter on the other side, and the good guys always win. So it was about being challenged about who could be the filthiest person alive in the press.
It was unlike any other film that was around at the time. There was nothing to compare it to.
Okay. We'll have to be moving on. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's shows you're doing here. Just soak that area while you're doing this dialogue.
We were having fun. We were serious. We were trying to do a good job. You know, we weren't goofing off. We were very professional about it, but we were having a lot of fun. And when it just went into national fame, it was really kind of startling. I mean, we did that?
Pink Flamingos became notorious almost immediately for one classic moment. A scene that, if you've seen it, you'll find hard to forget. Divine seeks to re-establish her claim to the title The Filthiest Person Alive by performing one of the filthiest acts imaginable. She eats a dog turd.
The filthiest people alive? Well, you think you know somebody filthier? Watch, as Divine proves that not only is she the filthiest person in the world, she is also the filthiest actress in the world. What you are about to see is a real thing.
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggedy tail.
The dog scene at the end, though, why did you do that?
I don't know. You know, I mean, it was the first idea I had for the movie, and I said to Devon, will you eat dog shit in the movie? He said, oh, sure. We were young. You got to remember when you're that age, and Devon was a trooper. We wanted to make movies. We wanted to do something. It was, I think, looking back on it, was a very commercial idea for a movie that cost $10,000 coming from Baltimore, from a group of people nobody had ever heard of. It was in the spirit of almost surrealism. That sounds, I'm uncomfortable saying that because it sounds too intellectual. But that was where the influence came from that. Doing something that was for real, that would make people, no matter what kind of person you were, give them pause. And I know that word of mouth is what sells a movie. The only thing you can't buy. So I wanted people, when they left the theater, to, even if they hated the movie, they had to tell somebody about it. And it certainly worked beyond my wildest imagination.
I got lots of problems. Female trouble.
John Waters' obsessions form the basis for many of his films, and in the case of Female Trouble, it was crime. Divine plays Dawn Davenport, a publicity-seeking criminal, and the film traces her life from her teenage years as a suburban brat through her time as a mother and a criminal before she's captured, sent to jail, and finally executed in the electric chair. For the final scenes, Waters actually managed to get permission to shoot here in the city jail.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters.
Female Trouble, I look back on, is the favorite of my old films, and it's a lot of people's favorite. But when it came out, it was not nearly as successful as Pink Flamingos. I think it's better. But Crime is Beauty was not exactly a subject matter that warmed the hearts of moviegoers everywhere.
And I'm so f***ing beautiful I can't stand it myself. Now everybody breathe. Who wants to be famous? Who wants to die for art? I
Do you have a particular favourite amongst the films you've made together?
I think Female Trouble is one of my favorite movies that I've done with him.
Why that one?
I'm in every frame. So I love doing it. And I started out playing a teenager until from 17 to 35 years old, so it was great fun.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm.
Here's Divine as the 17-year-old Dawn Davenport, enduring the Christmas ritual in the hope of receiving a pair of cha-cha heels from her parents.
Sleep in heavenly peace.
What are the cha-cha heels that Divine wanted for Christmas? What are they?
Well, cha-cha heels are basically a little heel that's shaped like this.
Oh, yeah.
And they were certainly from that period. And she doesn't get them for Christmas, so she knocks her mother, the Christmas tree over on her mother and stomps on all the presents. Well, the Christmas tree did fall over on my grandmother once, but just not that badly. I mean, she wasn't pinned underneath, she wasn't hurt or anything. But I remember the shock and people telling the story and seeing it. So, and I remember as a kid thinking, oh my God, the Christmas tree fell over on my grandmother. And it was horrible, but it was kind of I liked my grandmother. It was just such a weird moment in family history.
What are these? Those are your new shoes, Dawn. Those aren't the right kind. I told you cha-cha heels, black ones. Nice girls don't wear cha-cha heels. Give me those presents. I'll never wear those ugly shoes. I told you the kind I wanted. You ruined my presents. Please, Dawn, not on Christmas. Get off me, you ugly witch. You devil, come here. You'll pay for this. You devil, Dawn Davenport.
How did you do the scenes where Divine played the man and the woman?
Well, he rapes himself in the movie, but he plays both parts. Well, first of all, we filmed the whole thing. I'm trying to remember if we did the man or the woman first. I guess it's him as a man, because he had sideburns and eyebrows. It was the very first thing we shot in the movie.
Get in, sugar dumpling.
This woman we know, Sally Turner, who was his double, and she played it as a woman, but as I filmed it, all you could see was his face as the man. Then he went home, shaved everything off, got in drag, and came back. She put on the hat, the man's outfit, and then we filmed it from the other angle so he could only see his face as the woman, and then edited it together.
Come on, honey, hurry up. Come on.
What about Taffy's auto accident in Female Trouble? What's that inspired by?
Well, I used to play car accident as a kid, not to that length. I mean, I didn't have big windshields sitting around my bedroom. But I used to play car accident. I like smash cars and think, oh my God, there's been a terrible accident here. But, so it was an exaggeration of that. Everything from my childhood is exaggerated in all my films. I mean, little quirky things I did. I think every film director uses their memories, certainly.
She had the front of a car with a steering wheel and a dummy doll that was about 4 feet tall. And she would set the dummy doll up, and we'd be pretending we were driving, and then suddenly we hit something, and oh my God!
How many times have I told you to play car accident outside?
I think this is the only film where Edith Massey plays a villain.
Yeah. Well, no, in Desperate Living, she's a villain, too. But, yeah, audiences liked Edie better as a nice girl.
I think you give her the best lines in the movie, especially the lines about heterosexuality.
Oh, well, that's a market research thing. You know, I could always tell who in the audience was gay and straight because all the gay people would applaud at that one line.
I'd be so proud if you was a fag and had a nice beautician boyfriend. I'd never have to worry.
There ain't nothing to worry about.
I worry that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
It's a brilliant outfit that Edith wears as well. Was she ever fazed by things you suggest? Or?
She hated that black leather outfit, but it was interesting. She bitched about it all the time, but later in life when she joined a punk band, that one was too small, and she had one made exactly like it for herself, so she must have gotten the appeal of it.
So how old was she when she was in a punk band?
Oh, she was in a punk band right up to when she died.
It's incredible.
In her 60s, she was in a punk band, yeah.
And Female Trouble, of course, is crime doesn't pay in the end, does it? Because Divine is...
Well, it does pay because Divine wants to, in the character, wants to be famous so badly that they want to get the electric chair because to them that's like the Academy Award. I mean, the character gives an acceptance speech when they put her in the electric chair, so it was a happy ending. It was just a John Waters happy ending.
Without all of you, my career could never have gotten this far. It is you that I murdered for, and it is you that I must die for. Please remember, I love every single one of you.
The Incredibly Strange Film Show will return on the Discovery Channel.
Whitewater rafting Saturday on The Adventurers.
Nobody does it like you, the way that you do. Nobody's got the power to please me. Nobody does it like you, puts it all together better to make it easy. Nobody does it like you, Hoover. Nobody does it like you.
With all I've got to do, I can't afford a sleepless night. So when I feel I can't sleep, I take Maximum Strength Nitol. It's safe and it works fast, and that means a better night's sleep.
Get to sleep in minimum time with Maximum Strength Nitol.
To help manage your money more wisely today, get the Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Personal Finance. The guide is filled with information you need to know before you buy a home, plan your retirement, or start saving for your child's college years. Subscribe now to the Wall Street Journal. Take advantage of this introductory offer. Get 10 weeks of the journal for just $36 and your free copy of the Guide to Personal Finance. Call 800-832-0300. That's 800-832-0300.
once in your lifetime comes the magic of truly great music. Loved by millions around the world, these are the greatest romantic melodies of our time. Of today's most memorable and relaxing hits. Piano by Candlelight. On 3 cassettes for only $19.99 or 2 compact discs for just $24.99.
To order Piano by Candlelight, use your credit card and call 1-800-535-9200 or send $19.99 for 3 cassettes or $24.99 for 2 compact discs, plus $4 shipping and handling to Piano by Candlelight. P.O. Box 11066, Department 60, Chicago, Illinois, 60611.
The spirits of sky and wind.
The power of the sea.
The fact is, wooden boats are alive. They do have a soul.
A passion, the art of a timeless tradition.
It really is magic to me.
An invisible world made unforgettably visual.
Oceans of air.
And tales of wood and water.
Sunday, beginning at 9 Eastern and Pacific, only on Discovery Sunday.
Every Saturday, the Learning Channel helps you get things done. Looking to whip up a fabulous meal? We've got the right recipes and cooks who know their way around the kitchen. Got a home repair project you can put off no longer? We'll show you the right tools to use and the best way to use them. Ready to restore a precious antique? We'll strip away the mystery and tell you what's worth saving. It's a full afternoon of helpful advice from knowledgeable hosts, and you'll find it Saturdays on the Learning Channel.
We now return to the incredibly strange film show on the Discovery Channel.
So is this the chair from Female Trouble?
Yeah, Vincent made this, and it's exactly what one looks like. I mean, to every detail. And they still use these in some states in America. Florida still has one of these that they use, Old Sparky it's called.
I can't believe you smuggled this into a prison.
We didn't have to smuggle it. We carried it right in. The prisoners were the ones that were flipping out because they saw us carrying an electric chair and thinking, what the hell's going on here today?
They were like short-termers.
Yeah, they were in for like a week.
You taught at a jail for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, I taught at jail for 3 years, and I got a paycheck from the state of Maryland to rehabilitate prisoners by showing them my films, which I think is, before you call your congressman, that I told him, look, next time you want to murder somebody, don't do it. Write a movie about it, paint it, write a poem about it, because these films are my crimes, only I get paid for it.
Connie Marble, you stand convicted of assholism. The proper punishment will now take place. Look pretty for the picture, Connie. That's it.
This is all the crime section. You know, I read every true crime book. I don't like mysteries, I like true crime. I mean, I teach in jail, I gotta know what I'm talking about. And these are little mementos. This is the weirdest thing anybody ever sent me. It's the dirt from John Wayne Gacy's basement where 18 boys were killed. That was the weirdest junk mail I ever got.
Oh, this is sick, John.
Well, I know, but I mean, it beats, you know, Reader's Digest coming in the mail. Religion books, I have here like The Bad Popes, Holy Anorexia, How the Pope Became Catholic. I like those kind of, my hobby, one of my hobbies is extreme Catholic behavior before the Reformation.
You practice this or you just read about it?
No, I like to read about it. This is, of course, Margaret Hamilton, The Wicked Witch and the Wizard of Oz. There's, of course, Jane Mansfield, who, of course, had a huge influence on Divine and I.
You kind of base Divine's early look on, John.
Well, an inflated Jane Mansfield, yeah. Yeah. This is The Bad Seed, which was one of my favorite movies, about a little 10-year-old girl that kills people. I have a picture of her in the other room to say. This is, of course, my favorite Russ Meyer movie. And Baby Doll was the first movie the nuns in Catholic school told us we'd go to hell if we saw. And this was a great film. They made a huge stink about this in America when it came out. I love the film. Tennessee Williams wrote it. It's a wonderful film. This is where I write every book, every movie, sitting at this table, chain smoking and drinking tea constantly. close with my family, you know, I get along with them very well.
What do they think of your films?
They loved Hairspray and they like Polyester. They never saw Pink Flamingos, but why force them to go see that? I mean, my mother doesn't force me to go see The Sound of Music. They're proud, you know, and they've been very supportive all my life. They don't maybe get it, but so what? I don't get their taste sometimes either.
Desperate Living was Walter's next film. It was the first time he'd worked without Divine, who was unavailable because he was appearing in a stage play.
Oh, God, this is fun. Hi, stupid. Hi, ugly.
Were you worried when you started Desperate Living that you didn't have David, you didn't have Divine, that it wouldn't be a kind of John Waters type movie?
Oh, I knew with that script it would be a John Waters movie. It was weird not having Divine on the set then, certainly, because he always, which I will have to face on the next movie, because he always had something about him that made everybody in a good mood when he got on the set, from the crew to the caterers. Well, we didn't even have caterers then. They were lucky if they got a cigarette. But basically, he brought a good attitude with him when he came to a set.
Oh, that support feels heavenly.
So without Divine, former striptease artist and minor celebrity Liz Renee took the lead role.
Oh, my what God. What else you got for me? What else? You stood there. I'm mean cold.
Liz Renee, I love Liz. You know, I met her, I loved her book, and I met her when she was stripping in Boston. And Liz was great. She never complained. She was just like it was her job, and she came and did it and left, and I never saw her again.
Well, he told me that it was going to be wild, and it was.
What do you remember about the filming? How did he work with you?
Oh, he was marvelous to work with. I just loved working with John and his whole cast. The way he handled everything, it was just super. One of the things that I remember most about his film is that I felt like that I did my most perfect job. I felt like there wasn't anything I could criticize in my performance, which is usually not the case. But it really was his directing. He sort of directed without directing. He kind of you didn't feel you were being pushed or prodded. He kind of knew how to bring out the real you.
There's some really crazy scenes in it.
Oh, wild.
Perhaps the wildest is the final scene, in which the citizens of Walter's fictitious town of Mortville roast and eat the evil Queen Carlotta, played by Edith Massey. Even by John Waters standards, Desperate Living was incredibly tasteless.
The ending of Desperate Living reminds me a bit of the end of Wizard of Oz. Was that intentional?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it was sort of like, come here out of the wood, come out, come out. All the people coming out. Yeah, the Wizard of Oz is still, you can see Wizard of Oz things in every one of my movies somewhere. It's the first film I was obsessed by, and its influence will always be there, I'm sure.
Was Desperate Living a success for you?
No, it was the least successful of all of my films, but it eventually turned a profit.
I think he does and did want to reach a larger audience, and the audience was going to shrink if he kept it up, because you can't continue to shock people with the same stuff. You know, people get tired of it.
The Incredibly Strange Film Show will return on the Discovery Channel.
Protecting passengers Saturday on Heart of Courage.
Twilight yawns as shadows fall, too weak to rise, and darkness fills the skies. Night winds scour the planet clean, allowing space for us to dream. Trees whisper back and forth, remembering the sun, and wait for morning again to come. What better time than this, as the night shapes its vast cradle, to pull the sheets up tight and lay down our heads for night. Serta, we make the world's best mattress.
Was it eons of isolation from the rest of the world? Or was it the way the wind blew?
Was it the angle of the sun? Or was it a bird blown off course that found its way here with a single seed that grew and changed the course of history? Somehow, we just evolved differently. Australia, feel the wonder. For your free 130-page travel planner, call 1-800-395-7000.
How is everything? Just fine, Captain. Thanks. Good on you.
If your flight feels like part of your Australian vacation, it was probably on Qantas.
Power, stealth, cunning. To survive in the wild, you don't follow the rules, you make them. Join host Anthony Hopkins as he guides you through a savage world where death is a way of life. Don't miss the U.S. television premiere of Killing for a Living. Premiering Tuesday at 10 Eastern and Pacific, only on the Discovery Channel.
If you've been running for years,
if you've just started running,
even if you've been thinking about running, Runner's World, the world's #1 running magazine, can help you enjoy running and keep you running so you'll look and feel terrific.
Runner's World will help you lose weight fast
And show you the foods that can boost your energy.
You'll learn secrets for building speed and stamina from top runners and their coaches.
Plus, sports medicine breakthroughs and easy stretches that help prevent injury.
You can get into fantastic shape with just 20 minutes of running 3 times a week.
Call now and receive a free issue of Runner's World.
As a special TV bonus, you'll also receive our exclusive guide, 250 everyday health tips for runners, and a personal training log free.
If you're not thrilled with your first issue, simply cancel and owe nothing. If you love Runner's World, you'll receive a full year, 12 issues in all, plus your free tips book and training log for just 3 easy payments of $5.99. That's 49% off the cover price.
Call now, 1-800-522-5559.
We now return to the incredibly strange film show on the Discovery Channel.
With his next film, made in 1981, Walters moved from shock to satire. Polyester star divine and B-movie hunk Tab Hunter.
One boy, one girl, deeply and honestly.
It's much more subtle than your earlier films.
Yeah, I'm getting older, you know, and that comes with it. You refine your sense of humor. I don't have to hit people over the head with an axe anymore to get their attention. And I think that's natural. I think that's maturing your humor.
But do you think there were John Waters fans who were kind of disappointed?
Some, but not many, and that's reverse snobism, to want something that you've discovered nobody else to like. And there was a little bit of that, very, very, very little, though. That was never a problem, because it still was hardly a normal movie.
You will experience some odors that may shock you. But the producers of this film believe that today's audiences are mature enough to accept the fact that some things in life just plain stink.
It was filmed in Odorama. Odorama is the wondrous screen gimmick I'm holding in my hand, where one of these numbers appears on the screen. When you see that number, you scratch and sniff the number. Now, the first one, number 1, is a rose. That gets you into it. As the film goes along, though, number 2 is exactly what you think it is.
Now, how on earth did you get Tab Hunter?
Easy. It was just I called him up, same way I've gotten every actor, and said, you want to be in this movie? And luckily, he hadn't seen Pink Flamingos. He saw it later, and I said, after we made Polyester, I said, no, Tab, tell me the truth. If you had seen this film, would you have ever made Polyester? And he didn't say yes. He hemmed a little on it.
I mean, it's a beautiful day, and I find you quite attractive. But I don't even know your name. It's Todd, honey. Todd? Todd tomorrow. Hi, I'm Francine Fishbaugh. Francine Fishbaugh. It's a beautiful name. Fits you well. Yeah, I got something I want to show you.
Yes?
It's long.
Oh.
And it's sleek.
Oh.
And it's powerful.
Oh, what is it, Todd?
So why was there such a long wait between Polyester and Hairspray?
Because I tried to make the sequel to Pink Flamingos, and nobody would give me the money. They said it was too crazy, it was too berserk, and I know I spent 2 years trying to do it. Well, it took a year to write it and do the whole, start bumming the money, and then nobody would give me the money. So it was like the first abortion I ever had, basically. And it's coming out as a book in America, though, in November. So all wasn't lost.
Hairspray has proved to be John Walter's most commercial movie ever. It's nowhere near as shocking as his earlier films. Perhaps the most shocking thing is that you could take your granny to see it. But like all of his work, it draws heavily on Baltimore life.
The music was the total influence. I picked the music first, and I would write the scenes and dance around the apartment, and all those gimmick dances that I knew were real, but that I knew most people didn't remember, and I just wanted to bring that back.
True that you pitched the movie by going into people's offices and doing the dance?
I did the dances for every executive, got right up. You know, look, you got a pitching, you have 10 or 15 minutes to sell your idea. I got right up, started doing the bug, doing the roach, but it worked. They believed I was serious about it. It's, you know, you have to be, unfortunately, to be an independent filmmaker, the main thing you have to be, you're a traveling salesman.
So I'll wait until you're home.
Walters may well have said farewell to midnight movies, but you'd be wrong in thinking he's completely changed his style.
But I'm all alone.
The ultimate challenge is to sneak in all my ideas into a mainstream product and infect more people with a sense of humor.
Link, this is so romantic. I wish I was dark-skinned.
Tracy, our souls are black, even though our skin is white.
What is it you like about fat people?
Well, I used to say they took up more room on the set, you know, and I could save money with sets. I like them because they're the most people they're the ultimate underdog in society. I think that they get the most prejudice, and all my films are about underdogs who win. And I like fat people that dress like they're not fat.
Kind of showy.
Yeah, because most fat people don't dress like they dress to hide their bodies. So I've always said that I take what people, all my films are about people take what's a disadvantage, they exaggerate that and turn it into a style and win.
Eat up, girls, eat up. Big is beautiful. Tracy Turnblad. Welcome to the hefty hideaway house of fashion for the ample woman. Hi, I'm Mr. Pinky.
Hi.
Mr. Pinky, I'm Tracy's business manager, Edna Turnblad.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet the both of you. Here we cater to the big bone gals like yourself who are stylish and at the same time frustrated by the lack of sizes in the department stores today. I saw you on TV. I want you to be my model.
Would she be paid for this?
One free outfit a month. You start tomorrow. I hope there's no diets in the works because I want to design your Miss Otto Show coronation gown myself.
Could you throw in a pair of complimentary petty pants in the deal?
You drive a hard bargain, Miss Edna, and rightfully so. Petty pants, panty girdle. You just let Tracy take her pick.
How about a fabulous frock just for me?
Tracy will have to work one extra day for free.
It's a deal. Thank you, Mr. Pinky.
I'm going to make you a star.
Died certainly at the very happiest he's ever been in his whole life, but that's not good enough because he had big plans. And you work for 20 years, you deserve more than a week to enjoy it. It was very sad. It was a tragic thing that happened right after the film opened. I had been with him constantly because we had been traveling, promoting it. It's hard for me to believe, actually.
Do you think your movies would have been as successful as they have been without Divine's contribution?
No. I think Divine, I owe a huge portion of the success of my films to him. I think he personified everything about a John Waters movie. And no, they would definitely not have been the same.
What do you think it was about him that was so popular?
Well, he represented to any kind of rebel somebody that could win.
I wish I could afford a comfortable pair of glasses.
At LensCrafters, we believe everyone has the right to the best fitting, most comfortable glasses at an affordable price.
That's why our wide selection